We've heard a lot about content localization, about how you get close to your market, how you understand your local audience. And our next session is all about that. It's about local markets and how you really serve your market. To chair this session, please welcome Andrew Davies, the head of Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union. Andrew, a swift walk up to the platform, and it's all yours.
Thank you very much, Paul. Thank you, everyone. I hope everyone had a good break, and we're about to start this session. I'm going to invite our two speakers to come to the stage. Please welcome Wan from Astro, and also Eddie from Surabaya Radio. So we're going to come up to the stage. Please take a seat. Thank you. And as Paul said, this session is about 3 regional radio case studies. So we're going to be talking about that from an Indonesian perspective, from a Malaysian perspective, and also from a Vietnamese perspective. Now, our speaker from Voice of Vietnam was unable to attend this session in person, so we have a video from her. So we were going to come to that as part of this session. And I'm very pleased to say that our first speaker as part of this session is Wan from Astro Radio, and he's going to be talking about Astro Radio's Islamic channel. So please welcome Wan to the stage.
Good afternoon, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Seeking you guys' permission for me to be nervous because this is my first time in the Radio Days. So I would like to thank my bosses watching online from Malaysia. I'm in Jakarta. Thank you. Thank you, Priya, Dan, Iman, and Rizal, and my wife also. Today I will be presenting about Zayan. It's a radio station. 8 years ago, this station was born on 2017. Zayan, we promoted as a lifestyle, Muslim lifestyle modern radio to the public. Why do we need another Islamic radio? Because in Malaysia we only have 2 Islamic radio stations. One is from the government, which is called IKIM FM, and IKIM is known as an institution station to promote religion, and Zayan strengthened the Islamic media landscape by providing fresh and relatable content for the modern Muslim community, reaching segment less engaged by conventional religious broadcasting. So how did we do it? First of all, when we know that it's already existing Islamic radio station in the country, to complement the station, we need to understand about the market, about the population. So Zayan come as an alternative station. We come up with a modern Muslim concept with a good playlist, modern playlist, and also information about Islam, but in the younger version, fresh version, so that we can attract youngsters instead of people who are already into the religion. The way we come up with the concept on 2017, we need to have the faces of the station. We introduce the announcers, the way we scout the talent. We need them to be the spokesperson for these new brands to complement the existing brand organized or produced by the government. So Zayan is a private-owned radio station. So we come up with a talent that can bring the messages to the youngsters, and some of the talent we discover from the existing reality shows champion, so that it's easy for the message to be delivered to the audience. Why credibility matters for Zayan? Because it's a private-owned radio station. When we will talk about religion, we need to have the credibility so that people will trust us, or people will straight away accept what we are sharing, because we have to come up with a new approach of religion, or the message that we're sending to the audience. So I started to have a good partnership with the authority. Just like we have here, we have religious department here. So in Malaysia also we have the religious agency called JAKIM, JAWI and JAIS. That we do a lot of collaboration. As a new radio station, we need to tell them that we are the new brand that can convince the other type of audience compared to existing one that they have within the government, within the government sector. So we organize a lot of collaboration. The content that we are bringing to the audience is always have to have their validation. After 3 years on air, because we come up with no FM, the original idea, not just to penetrate the digital market since 2017, then we decided to tap on the survey session so that we can know basically the numbers, the listeners of the Zayan. Then from there, from the journey that we have, within the collaboration that we have with the Islamic organization, with the good cooperation with the NGOs, and then we reach a good result, saying that I can say that we are growing with the good numbers and showing even in terms of how do you call it? Other than rating, because of rating, we can get a new clients to invest on this station. So today, Alhamdulillah, we are focusing on balancing on these three things. We have to make it equal, the content approach that we are delivering to the society through Zayan, through on-air, digital, and on-ground. So I would like to share the tagline that we used to have. It was launched as a hashtag Indah di Hati and Destinasi Gaya Hidup Muslim Modern, and then we grow to Destinasi Muslim Contemporary, and then after that, until now, we are into the music. We play 100% nasyid. We call ourselves, the tagline is Destinasi Nasyid Anda. Basically, these documents or this attachment just to show that even though we are new, we are niche in terms of concept and genre, and especially it's a religious or religion station, we can prove it to the client, to the audience, that we can reach more people with our own concept, meaning that we can complement the existing radio by the government. Then now we are I can say, favorite choices for Malaysian audience. Can I claim that here in the Radiodays? So this is the scenario during we started this station. We are into digital content through YouTube. We shared, it's like a confession or inspiring stories by the prominent celebrity in Malaysia that converting or reverting into Islam. And some of the things that we've done, some of the program, and this is recently we are crafting the station towards religious, but still can attract younger generation and also new listeners. I would like to persuade you guys to listen to Zayan so that my rating become better and I can tell my audience or the clients. So I do the presentation in Radio Days. Zayan is going internationally. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Wan. In fact, Wan told me that his mum was very proud that he was speaking at Radio Days as well, so it's not just other family members as well. So our next speaker is actually on video because she couldn't be here in person from Voice of Vietnam. Her name is Hong Linh Dao, and she's the editor of Voice of Vietnam's Traffic channel. Traffic is a big issue in many countries. I don't need to say that to anybody here in Jakarta who's local from Jakarta. But she's going to be talking about the Traffic channel and how they approach that Traffic channel. So we're going to play that video, and then we're going to come to our final speaker. So unfortunately, there won't be any questions for Hong Linh because she's not here in person, but we'll play that video now if we can, please. Hopefully we can get some sound. Maybe we'll just pause the video just while we can get the sound. Okay. No, we'll just wait. Okay. And our final speaker today will be Eddie from Surabaya, so we're looking forward to hearing Eddie's perspective as well. But we'll just wait while we get set up. No, we're still having some issues with the sound. Can we pause just to make sure we can get the sound, please? Because it's a 10-minute video, so. No, still no sound? Okay, maybe while we get the sound sorted out, maybe we can come to Eddie as the next speaker. Is that okay? While we work out the sound? Yeah? Okay. So what we might do is we'll just pause with the VOV video. So I'm going to invite Eddie from Surabaya Radio to the stage. Eddie Prasetyo is the editor-in-chief, and he's going to be talking about how they approach regional radio. So I'll invite Eddie, please, to the stage. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. So, is it okay here? Are you enjoy Jakarta, even though there's a riot here? But I hope that's a very pleasure time here. And this is concerning about the condition, the current condition in Indonesia right now. It's about how radio has their positioning as the trust-based media ecosystem. So ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to stand here as editor-in-chief of Suara Surabaya, a media platform that has been part of our community for over 4 decades. Let me start with a simple questions. In the age of information overload, what is the most valuable asset? Is it data? Or is it technology? No. It is trust. Trust is the currency that sustains relationship between media and the public. So, I want to present you the profile of Suara Surabaya. Suara Surabaya was founded back in 1983 in the heart of Surabaya. We began as a local radio station, but today we grown into a citizen-driven media platform. Every day, hundreds of thousands of callers engage with us, millions of people also follow us across social platforms. But numbers alone don't define us. It means that everything happens in the society, they will call us. So I can call it as a problem solver hub, and everything happens in the public when society have problems like missing children, missing car, missing motorcycle. They will call us as a part of their problem solutions. So if I can make a comparison with the statistic of the local police, we can give you an information that there is a very huge numbers that everybody in Surabaya perhaps rather call us than call the police when their motorcycle was missing, and also everything that is missing. That represent trust in our society. So what makes Suara Surabaya relevant is not just our broadcast signal or our digital presence, it's our core identity, which are trust, impact, and influence. These three words have carried us through decades of change. So, ladies and gentlemen, over the years, Suara Surabaya has become more than a broadcaster. We have become a problem solver, like I said before. When traffic collapses in the city, when policies create confusion, or when social crisis strikes, citizens turn to us. We facilitate their voices, connect them to the authorities, and help build a real solution. That's why many see Suara Surabaya not just as media, but as a public trust infrastructure in East Java, a space where democracy is not only spoken about, but practiced every day through dialogue. So we are now facing very serious challenges and disruption, but we are not naive. The world around us is shifting. Digital disruption is everywhere. Global platform capture attention, advertising money flows out of local ecosystem, and at the same time, we face a crisis of trust with hoaxes, misinformation, and echo chambers dominating the public sphere. Traditional media business are eroding, and yet in this storm, we realize something profound. If money is losing value in media, trust is becoming the new currencies. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the concept of T-base. This is bring us to our vision for the future. We call it T-base, the trust-based affiliate ecosystem. T-base is the evolution of Suara Surabaya. It transforms trust into affiliate value that connects media, citizens, and business partners in one living ecosystem. It is not just about news anymore, it is about citizens' data insight, cross-platform collaboration, and ethical ways to monetize trust without exploiting it. Think of it this way, like Suara Surabaya is a tree deeply rooted in the trust, and T-base is the forest that grows from one tree. So, together, they form an ecosystem where voices, businesses, and communities thrive. And so here is my invitation to you, ladies and gentlemen. In a world driven by speed and noise, Remember this, trust cannot be bought, it must be cultivated. With T-Base, we are planting not just a tree, but an entire forest of trust together with the public, for the public, because Suara Surabaya is not merely a voice, it is an ecosystem that sustains life. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Please, thank you, Ed. Thank you, Eddie. We'll come back to questions. Now, just checking, is the video okay? Yes, okay. So, as I said earlier on, we have a video now we're going to play from Voice of Vietnam, from Hong Linh Dao, who is the senior editor of the Traffic channel at Voice of Vietnam. Now, she can't be here in person, so she's very kindly recorded this video, which will give you an insight into how they approach their traffic channel and how that is used in terms of their network. So I'm going to hand over to our AV team to hit play on that video, please. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Linh. I'm an editor from the VOV traffic channel of the Voice of Vietnam VOV. Today, September 2nd, is Vietnam's National Day, and it is also a special occasion as the Voice of Vietnam VOV prepared to celebrate its 80th anniversary on September 7th. I'd like to thank the organizers of Radiodays Asia for giving me this opportunity to introduce the VOV traffic channel on such a special day. In 2009, after 2 decades of economic reform, Vietnam's transport infrastructure expanded rapidly. Daily traffic congestion, especially during rush hours in major cities, became a serious concern and a constant worry for commuters. At the same time, traffic culture among a segment of the population remained poor, with frequent lane violations and a lack of courtesy on the roads. Vietnam also became one of the world's fastest growing car markets. This was the context in which VOV Traffic was launched, with a vision to become a radio channel serving people on the move, providing timely information and foster a culture of safe, more civilized road use. We currently operate 4 editions: VOV Traffic Hanoi, VOV Traffic Ho Chi Minh City, VOV Traffic Mekong, and VOV Traffic Coastal Region. VOV Traffic is Vietnam's only radio channel with the ability to provide real-time, 24/7 interactive traffic guidance and warnings to the public. It provides listeners with a timely and useful information from multiple sources on traffic conditions and nuances. With a large network of reporters and collaborators always present on site and the ability to interact comprehensively with a listener who are directly involved in traffic, VOV Traffic always provides listeners with the most up-to-date information on civil and urban affairs. Our teams of on-site reporters and collaborators is always present at every major traffic hotspot, from the busiest downtown streets to suburban areas. They not only report events but also directly interview commuters, bus drivers, pedestrians, and people making a living along streets to connect them live during the rush hour segments. VOV Traffic also has a team of collaborators who continuously provide information via our hotline, social media messages, comments, messaging apps, and information sharing groups. This team of collaborators include both drivers and members of the public. Typically, information is verified through our camera system, official agencies, and local reporters before being broadcast. VOV Traffic's social media gets 38 to 44 million views per month. It received nearly 12 million interactions per week, with over 50% related to traffic and survey information. Listeners frequently interact and provide information through our hotline with a following call volume: Hanoi 2,000 980 calls per month. Ho Chi Minh City, 1,420 calls per month. Mekong FM, 1,240 calls per month. Nearly 50% of these calls provide traffic information, while the rest request for directions, legal advice, and other topics. In 2024, our news team also received over 8,000 pieces of information of the Traffic Police Department, the Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City Traffic Police, and the Firefighting Rescue Police Force in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City via Zalo group. Furthermore, traffic inspector, infrastructure maintenance units, and road patrol units provide over 22,000 pieces of information per year, not just during rush hour but all the time, contributing to diverse and timely information source. Since 2009, VOV Traffic has installed 250 cameras in 6 provinces. The camera transmission system use wide fiber optic cable, service network, Metronet, Internet, and 4G. Cameras are typically installed in tallest buildings in the areas, at BTS broadcast stations, and a major intersection with a high population density. VOV traffic cameras are used to cover major national political events. The camera can also store and extract footage to assist with investigation into traffic accidents and public other issues. Additionally, VOV Traffic partnered with Ho Chi Minh City Department of Construction to live stream approximately 400 cameras across the city's world and communities. When a listener calls the hotline or sends a message to report an accident, the information is processed in the following steps. Step 1. Our 24/7 news team received calls or messages via hotline, mobile app, or social media platform like VOV Traffic fan page. The news team notes details such as the location of the incident, the time it occurred, a description of the event, and the listener's contact information. Step 2. The information is then sent to the editors in the newsroom. This team verifies information with on-site reporters, traffic camera data, or officer agencies. If necessary, the news team calls the listener back for clarification. Verification usually takes 3 to 5 minutes. Editors use an internal network system to quickly put the information for approval before broadcasting. Step 3. The news is read by an MC on the FM channel and the update on the website, fan page, mobile app, and other social media. For long-lasting incidents, updates are provided every 15 to 30 minutes during 3 rush hour segments. Step 4. The news team provides feedback to listeners if needed, and information is archived to traffic trend analysis for reporting to official agencies. News publication process across platforms. Radio. This platform is used for urgent news, traffic recommendations, and brief server affairs news. The segments are short, 30 to 60 seconds, and broadcast continuously during rush hours. The website. This platform provides detailed news with photos and videos, server affair news, and archives of past broadcasts. Fan page. These are used for quick news, on-site photos and videos, communities engagement posts, and instant updates. Mobile app. This provides push notification and detailed news. It is immediate and concise, targeting smartphone users and drivers. The VOV Traffic YouTube channel launched in July 2024. As of August 2025, The channel had 75,000 subscribers. On the charts of Vietnamese podcast channels, the VOV Traffic podcasts have relatively high listenership, ranking in the top 60 out of 200 most listened to Vietnamese podcasts on Apple Podcasts. Number 1, VOV Traffic is a vital hub, connects state agency, policymaker, expert, and the public to collaboratively address traffic safety and urban transportation problems. Number 2, the channel's unique model relies on the voluntary and free participation of the public and official agencies as key information sources. Number 3, VOV Traffic is a public-centric radio station that builds its content around practical needs and feedback of its listeners, fostering a vibrant, interactive community and promoting a sustainable traffic culture.
There we go. That was a presentation from Hong Linh Dao from Voice of Vietnam. As I say, Hong Linh couldn't be with us, unfortunately, this week, but thank you very much to Voice of Vietnam and to her for recording that really great case study as part of this session on regional radio. Now, we're coming towards the close of this session, so if anyone has any questions, particularly for Eddie or for Wayne, please do put your hand up. But I have a question that I was keen to raise with Wayne about Zayan. Zayan is a channel that is aimed at not being boring, right? Aimed at younger audiences. How do you strike the balance between being respectful but also not being boring?
Thank you, Andrew. Basically, we have those Islamic scholars who have this kind of skills in their sermon, in their preaching session. So the way we recruit to join Zayan, to become the content of Zayan, that's how we select. And then again, we have to take the opinion from the Islamic agencies, from the government body, so that they will have to recognize the respectful imam or we call it the ustaz, so that the one that we choose to put on the radio have that element, because it's like casting a talent, but the religious talent. Yeah. So in between, we have to balance it with the audience, the announcers, the way they ask questions, not to be playful, respectful, but still curiosity kind of question, because some other the way we ask question can trigger how the speakers, the way they answer it, is it going to be interesting or not? Yeah. That's how we do it.
Oh, really interesting. Please do put up your hand if you have a question for Wayne or for Eddie. But a question for Eddie. I mean, Eddie, you talked about this concept, which is really interesting. What feedback have you had from the audience to this approach?
Yeah, Andrew, actually, this concept is not implemented in the perfect way, because that's a lot of problems and challenges, like the investment and something like that. Yeah. But we are trying to make public pools into the meaningful database. So now we are trying to make it possible to transcribe the voice into the text, because we have certain kinds of operation system, like a gatekeeper that become the filtering mechanism from public before they on air. Yeah. So we want to make this communication become more intimate and personal by focusing our gatekeeper personnel to just make a meaningful communication with the audience. So the administration things could be done by the artificial intelligence, like voice to text AI system. Okay. And the rest of things, I think this is still more far, roadmap. Yeah. Yeah. So we still ongoing process for this.
Okay, really interesting. Thank you very much. Unless there are any other questions, we're going to end this session just a bit early, but please thank Eddie, please thank Wan, and please thank Hong Len Dao from Voice of Vietnam for their time. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. And I think Wan's mum would be very proud of him. So.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Andrew. And Wan, first time at Radio Days, brilliant. You may be nervous, but you were fantastic. We'll see you next year.
Same like my name, One.
Thank you.